Hey, so I just got this question from a provider saying, hey, how do I get my people to do the right thing? And I tell you what, for years, I had a problem with, I'd hire someone who I thought was just perfect for the job. And then I'd put them on in the position and I'd let them get on with it. And then a week or two into it, I'm thinking, man, what happened to the person who I interviewed? Like, they are not hitting the nail on the head like I thought they should. And what I realized that there are three things that are critical that you've got to look at when you hire someone. So the first thing is the job itself. Is it written up properly? Do you have every step-by-step process of the job? Do you have checklists created? And are you training that individual on that checklist and on that, what I say, for lack of better words, a hat? Like, everything is written up for them. And so if you don't have that stuff created for that person coming on, it's gonna be really hard to onboard someone in a timely fashion. And what happens is this: if you don't have that, person goes on post, they do not have that information, they're gonna start to create the job that they think needs to be done. So instead of them operating off of what you've created, they're creating their own stuff. And then you're looking at them going, why are you doing all this stuff that's different than what we've done in the past? So it creates a lot of problems. Can you see that? So first off, you've got to have everything written up on the position for that individual. The next thing is do you have policies written up for that individual, for that position? And what I mean by that are, what are the rules of the game? What time do they check in? When do they check out? When do they take lunch? When do they take their breaks? When they're doing a particular task, how much time do they have to get that done? How many phone calls do they make a day? Et cetera, et cetera. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what are the rules of the game? If you don't have the rules of the game, they're going to create their own rules. And then you're going to sit there scratching your head going like, I thought I hired this ace in the hole. They're supposed to be fantastic, and they're not doing anything that I think they should be doing. Well, that's the problem. They can't read your mind. And if you don't have this stuff written up for them, then you've got a problem. The third thing is if you have everything written up, okay, and you have policy on the position. Now, if I'm having a problem with someone, I can go back and I can actually, see, like, why aren't they doing certain things? Am I dealing with someone who I have to continually give orders to? Am I dealing with someone maybe who doesn't think as well as I thought they did during their interview? Did I hire the right person or not? That's the last thing in these three steps, is that you actually look at the individual. Everything else, you should be looking at yourself. And on that note, you should be training every single day. Do you have training set up for this individual? And on top of that, they should be apprenticed. Are you literally sitting down with them, going over everything from A to Z, how they should be doing their job? And you should be showing them how to do the job so that you actually create the expectation of how you want the job done. Another point to this: when you are communicating with your new teammate and you have everything written up on them, you have to make sure you're using words that they understand. The sad thing is, and I think you can probably relate to this, there's a dumbing down of America occurring. And so you have to communicate with people in a way that they understand. And if you're using words, too big of a words, you're going to lose them. And here's how I think this will be relatable. If you've ever read the page of a book, or if you're studying back in school and you read the top of the page, down to the bottom of the page, you get to the bottom of the page and you cannot remember anything you've just read. Typically, that's an indication that there are words within that paragraph or page that you do not understand. So in your write-ups, if you're using big words, you have to define what those words are. You have to have a glossary. Like, if you're using subluxation, they don't know what a subluxation is. If you're using cervical, thoracic, lumbar, they don't know what that is. It's more neck, mid-back, low back. You got to make sure that you dumb down the communication a bit, and they will come along much faster than if you're using like large words and whatnot, okay? Now, the hiring process is a whole thing in and of itself. If you're not actually conducting a proper interview and looking for, what got them interested in checking you out to begin with? What is their purpose? What's their conviction? What's their motivation? If you're not diving into those things, you can completely be hiring the wrong person as well. I can tell you that after 25 years of practice, I've had to learn the hard way. And the first 15 years, I can tell you, I'd be churning through employees over and over and over again. And that doesn't happen anymore. my employees stick a lot longer now because I've learned that I need to spend the time with them to train them properly, but I also learned how to pick those diamonds in the rough, so to speak. So in any case, I hope this was beneficial for you. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can call us or click the link below, and we'll talk to you soon.